So, hey everybody, and welcome back to AzBytes. I'm John.
And I'm Ty, and today we've got something game-changing to share. Imagine having a team of AI sidekicks working 24/7 to keep your business safe. Sounds like a sci-fi movie, right, John?
Yeah, but it's real, Ty. In March 25, Microsoft dropped a big announcement: Microsoft Security Copilot Agents, a new AI protection layer. These are like superhero sidekicks for your IT security team, Ty.
Think of them as your personal cyber security crime fighting super agents, fighting off phishing scams, rogue apps, and sneaky hackers while you sip your coffee, grab your popcorn, and maybe a security officer because this is going to be huge.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just have a quick kind of overview. About a year ago, Microsoft introduced Security Copilot, basically a smart AI assistant to help cybersecurity professionals. It was like having a chatbot that could summarize threats and recommend actions.
But now they've leveled up. Enter our Security Copilot Agents, autonomous AI helpers designed to take action, not just chat, against these agents and handle specific tasks on their own.
Yeah, so why does this matter? Because cyber attacks are coming, so fast and furious these days. Microsoft's threat intelligence process has had a whopping 84 trillion signals per day. Yeah, that's trillions with a T. So no human team can really keep up with that flood of alerts and data, Ty, right?
Not without some serious help. Now, these new agents are basically AI co workers. They don't get tired, they don't take coffee breaks, edge on, and they can react in seconds. Microsoft built 6 of these agents to tackle the most powerful, repetitive tasks in security.
Yeah, so I guess, Ty, should we meet some of those new AI agent team members? I guess we can think of them as the Avengers of cybersecurity, right? Minus the spandex, of course. Each one has got a special mission. So let's jump on into a couple of them. So first up, the Phishing Triage Agent. It's living in Microsoft Defender at the moment. It sort of, kind of works through the phishing alerts and really spots those real threats versus any false alarms and things like that. Phishing emails are still everywhere at the minute. Over 30 billion of them were detected by Microsoft in 2024 alone. So this agent is like your personal spam fighting ninja. It even explains why it flags something, and it'll learn from your feedback. So that's the phishing triage agent. Next up, we've got the alert triage agent. So that lives over in Microsoft Purview. It's actually two agents tag teaming your data alerts. So they triage DLP, data loss prevention alerts, and any insider risk alerts. In plain English, they help find which potential data leaks or risky user behaviors are truly serious, and they prioritize the critical instance so your team can focus on the big stuff. Take a breath. Number three, we've got Conditional Access Optimization Agent. So that lives in Microsoft Entra. So think about identity access really. This one is like security guards who never sleeps. It watches for any new users or apps slipping through without any proper policy. It finds the gaps. Hey, this app isn't really covered by any of our rules, and it suggests one-click fix to lock things down. So that's the third one. Fourth, we've got vulnerability remediation agent. That lives in Microsoft Intune, and it's where our device management lives. It's like the device management hero. It scans for known vulnerabilities or missing patches in devices and applications. It can then help prioritize which ones that we should really be fixing first. And it can even kick off Windows updates with obviously IT Pro approval. And it's like having that mechanic who not only finds the issues in your car, but could also give you the wrench and all the tools that you need to fix those problems and tell you which bits to fix. Then we've got the threat intelligence briefing agent. This one lives in Security Copilot itself, and think of it as your AI research analyst. It can automatically curate all the latest threat intelligence relevant to your organization. So instead of you hunting for what the hackers are up to this week, it delivers a tailored intel briefing in minutes. And I'm going to breathe at that point, Ty.
Now that's impressive, John. What a lineup. 5 agents, 5 different superpowers. But, John, weren't there supposed to be 6?
Yeah, good catch, Ty. Microsoft did say six. And I guess the trick is the purview agent, the alerts triage agent, it actually covers two areas. Like I mentioned, it's got the data loss prevention and insider risk. So you can really think of that as two separate agents in one category. So in total, six agents. And get this, it's not just Microsoft building agents. They've opened the door to partners too. Companies like OneTrust, Tanium, and others have built five more agents that plug into Security Copilot. For example, a privacy breach agent from OneTrust can guide you through privacy regs after a data breach, and a network supervisor agent from Aviatrix can actually debug your network outages, Ty.
Now that is very, very impressive. Not five, not six, but 11, an entire squad of AI agents ready to tackle anything and everything from privacy to network hiccups. It's like having a whole AI task force at your service. Brilliant. Right. So with these agents, they're all very cool. But John, why is Microsoft doing this now? What's the big deal about this at the moment?
Yeah, absolutely. Two words, Ty: threat overload. Cyber attacks are off the charts. Phishing, ransomware, identity attacks. The bad guys have upped their game with automation and even AI. Human defenders, they're just simply overwhelmed, Ty. There's a huge talent shortage in cybersecurity with millions of jobs unfilled. Nobody ever says we've got too many security staff, right?
If anything, most security teams are like, send help. We're drowning. We need a help. We've got too many alerts.
You're not wrong, Ty. Exactly that. And without some automation, it's really hard to keep up. Vasu Jackal at Microsoft said their first AI tools helped, but not enough. So autonomous agents were the obvious next step. These agents offload the grunt work. They sort through alerts. They crunch the data, so humans can focus on the strategic defenses. It's about working smarter, Ty, not just harder.
Plus, consider how AI is everywhere now. Companies are adopting Gen AI for products, coding, you name it, they're having it. But guess what? That introduces new security headaches. Microsoft found that 57% of organizations have seen a rise in security incidents due to AI use. People might paste sensitive information into chatbots without thinking, or use unapproved AI tools, creating a phenomenon called shadow AI. Have you heard of that, John?
Shadow AI. It sounds like a bit of a spy thriller, right, Ty? But no, I guess it's referring to employees using AI apps that IT just haven't vetted or verified. And that in itself can lead to sensitive data leaking out, and of course that's a massive concern, right? That's why, alongside with agents, Microsoft has announced new protections for AI usage. They know that as AI adoption starts to soar, security really does need to keep pace.
So, John, beyond the six agents, Microsoft also unveiled tools to secure AI itself. This is about protecting our use of AI and the data that flows through it.
Yeah, and one big thing is AI security posture management. Many organizations are now building their own AI models or using various AI services across different cloud platforms. Microsoft Defender is expanding to watch over all these AI models, not just in Azure, but in other clouds like AWS and GCP. It will support models like OpenAI, Meta's Llama, you name it. Basically, it's giving security teams that single pane of glass to see security status for all their AI stuff, wherever it might be running.
Then, John, let's think around the new detection for AI specific threats. Think about Gen AI. It has new attack vectors like prompt injections where bad inputs make AI do unintended things. Sometimes they steal secrets from an AI model. Now, Microsoft is adding detection for all kinds of sneaky attacks into Defender. This means if someone tries to manipulate your company's GPT powered app with malicious prompts, you have a better chance of catching it.
Yeah, and remember that shadow AI problem, they're tackling it in basically two fronts. First, if you look at Microsoft Entra, that identity and access solution that we have at Microsoft, it's now got an AI use access filter. Essentially what you can do is set policies So only approved users or groups can access certain AI apps. It's like giving your org a leash on, what can access certain AI services, right? And then secondly, from the Microsoft purview, that data governance layer, it's introducing new browser-based data loss prevention controls for Edge, which is pretty neat. It can prevent users from typing sensitive data into AI chatbots or web apps. For example, if somebody tries to paste a customer's credit card or a secret project into ChatGPT or some other AI writing tool, the browser can actually block and warn against that.
Wow. So these measures basically help companies embrace AI safely. If you're like me, you're very excited about AI boosting productivity. But remember, nobody wants to be on tomorrow's headline about a data breach, especially around an AI tool. So Microsoft is giving its users, organizations, and companies a safety net to be here.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Ty. And one more thing to think about on the production front, phishing protection for Microsoft Teams. We all have Teams for collaboration, but attackers are starting to target it too, right? Microsoft Defender for Office 365 is extending its phishing and malicious link protection into Teams chats. So those sketchy links or attachments that somebody's DM'd you, the systems can help spot and neutralize them in real time, just like it does with email. So this is rolling out in a month or so as well, making Teams, that safer place to work together.
And for somebody like me who works in Teams and Microsoft products all the time, I'm really happy about that. No more, hey, click here on this urgent file trickery. Well, at least not as much anyway.
Exactly.
So, John, let's connect the dots here. For businesses, small, large, what do these security copilot agents and AI protections actually do for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So to summarize everything we've been talking about in a nutshell, they save time, they're going to improve your security posture, and they're going to reduce stress, right? Imagine you're a small IT team at a startup. You might not have enough dedicated security analysts, for every little alert. These agents are like force multipliers. They can handle the routine stuff so you don't miss, those real threats. But then equally, if you're a big enterprise, agents help standardize and speed up responses across your whole organization.
So it's like having an army of people who never make any mistakes, never sleep, and just focus on your security. They learn from your feedback too, so they get better over time and adapt to your customized environment. Plus, they all follow the Microsoft zero trust principles, meaning they're always verify and operate with least privileges. You can stay in control, the agents won't go rogue and start pressing any buttons without your approval.
Yeah, and businesses are also going to get proactive protection right now. Instead of waiting for an attack to escalate, these agents, they can catch things early. Phishing emails can be isolated, risky insider behavior can get flagged, unpatched servers nudged for an update. There's so much that can be done, and it can prevent costly incidents and that dreaded downtime. And with the new AI protections, it can mean you can roll out those cool new AI tools to your employees without really worrying that you're opening a security Pandora's box. They help you balance innovation with critical safety.
So, John, ultimately, what we're talking around here is confidence. Whether you're a security leader or part of a security team in a large enterprise or small organization, you can sleep that little bit better tonight knowing these agents have got your back. And all because it's part of Microsoft's platform. It integrates with tools many companies, such as yours who's watching this, already use, from Defender, Entra to Purview. No need to stitch together a bunch of different applications and solutions um, uh, to create point solutions which probably aren't fit for purpose.
No, 100%, Ty. And do you know what? This all kind of reminds me of having, like a really diligent, Jarvis from Iron Man, or maybe, a Bat computer from Batman watching over things, right?
Or maybe even a clipper could make a comeback as a security agent. It looks like you're trying to stop them cyber attacks. Need help?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Clippy 2.0 with a cape, right? I'd pay to see that. But no, jokes aside, these agents, they're not here to replace humans. No Terminator scenario. Sorry, folks, but they're here to augment us. Think of them as automation on steroids, guided by AI smarts and fed with Microsoft's huge threat intel.
And John, let's think around it another way. Maybe it frees up some of our time so that we can finally have holidays, work a 9 to 5, and get off the phone and do something productive.
Yeah, we can only dream, right, Ty? But honestly, this announcement shows, Microsoft is really doubling down on AI for security. Both using AI to defend and defending the use of AI. So this is a one-two punch that feels pretty needed in 2025.
So, what do we all think? Are AI agents the future of cybersecurity? Are you excited, skeptical, terrified, hungry? Okay, maybe the last one is just me.
So, Microsoft Security Copilot Agents, they're in preview as of April 2025. So it's early days, but it's a bold step towards more autonomous security operations. We're living in the age of AI, and it looks like security is getting its own AI upgrade just in time.
So, guys, if you find that helpful, smash the like button and subscribe to our channel for more AzBytes. We love hearing from the awesome community. So, drop a comment. Would you trust an AI co-pilot with your security? If not, why not?
Yeah, and as always, stay safe out there in the cloud. Until next time, thanks for watching this episode of AzBytes.
See you in the next episode.
Bye.